start this video, I have a few things to announce. So, yes, he'll be getting all for one, and he'll have a few more special abilities. One, he can stop. Once he got one for all, he had, and after that 10 months of training, his quirk actually evolved, and he found 2 new ways to, to use his quirk. So I'm giving him foresight. That means he can legit look into the future. Okay? And then I'll give him the ability to freeze and stop time. I'm also gonna add that into his time bubble thing. So, and guys, the last announcement for this video is I have a Discord now. A Discord server now. The link will be in the description below, and you might get a chance to talk to me. I'll read your messages, and there's actually a few rules that I hope that you won't mind. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue with the video, shall we? So the first video. So All Might gave his hair, and Izuku accepted the quirk, and All Might told him to let flow around his body, and Izuku, not being as naive as in canon, he let one flow all around his body, and he actually got full cowling. So if you're wondering what his full cowling looked like, his full cowling looked like his eye color. That's it. Okay, All Might is impressed, and yeah, All Might told him about the entrance exam, and yeah, he has to go. And he'll be a teacher to UA, as Izuku would agree, and they would go to the entrance exam. And in the entrance exam, he would go up. He would not trip this time. This time, Uraka would trip. And no, Uraka won't be the ship for those who didn't watch part 1. He was waiting for Mei, and once Uraka tripped, Izuku picked her up and making sneak attack behind Izuku and said, "Hey Izuku!" As Izuku would nudge a little and said, "Oh, hey Mei. Oh, hey Mei." As Mei would say, "Hi Izuku, I see that you're early today. Do you want to walk together?" Oh crap, no. As Mei would say, "I'm so excited to show them my babies." As Uraka would thank Izuku and ask what his name was, and he would say his name is Izuku Midoriya. As he would walk away and get Mei, and Mei would tag along. As Uraka would blush a little because he's so cool. Sasuke fangirl stuff. Bam bam bam. And then we'll go to the entrance exam. Izuku and Mei would say their goodbyes, and Mei and Izuku promised to wait for each other outside the gate, and yeah. Izuku would go to the entrance exam, and President Mike would tell them about everything and about what isn't about the entrance exam. And once it started, okay, so this is what he did. Izuku just stop time, okay? After President Mike just wham bam shabam. No, that'll be too obvious that he used his quirk. He used his fast forward thing, and he would fast forward himself to be really fast, and yeah. Right. And after 5 minutes, let's make it 3 minutes, he said, "I'm done," and everyone was looking at him, and yeah, Bakugo is pretty mad, and Deku would give President Mike the paper, and everyone would think that he didn't even want to try, and yeah. President Mike would say, okay. Wow, you actually passed. And people heard about this, and because President Mike is really loud, and he would say, "Wait, what? He got the highest. He got perfect score? Wow." my Q Quirk or something. As they would go. As Izuku would go and sit down and prepare for the, He's wearing this. This is gonna be his classic outfit. Oh, sorry guys. So yeah. So this is what happened. So people would start soon to flood in, and President Mike would say all his stuff. Izuku not paying much attention. He would just fast forward everything, and they would go to the training grounds. As Izuku was walking, and a boy with blue hair would say, "Hey, are you trying to distract this girl?" As everyone will look at Izuku because Ina made a big fuss. As Izuku would say, "No, I was trying to go to the front, but I'm sorry that you were mistaken. But first, you should you should get all the details before you assume." As Ina would say, "How dare you?" He would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You may continue." As Izuku would walk into the front. As President Mike will open the gate, Izuku would start to run. He would be fast forwarding himself because his super speed works in different ways. He can slow down the time around him, or he can fast forward everything himself. So he basically is taking out all the robots, most of the robots, leaving people some robots to pass. Like he's taking over 75% of the robots and 25% left for them. So you basically smash strength enhancement robots. You just boom bang shabam, and yeah. And the teachers were quite impressed. He's been doing some Detroit smashes too, but he didn't really look up to All Might that much. But he just respects him for his power, but he doesn't respect him for his technique because he punches through everything. So yeah. And the teachers were amazed, and as soon as it started, people would say that he's cheating, he should be disqualified. And President Mike would say, "Bruh, heroes don't need countdowns to fight. Go, 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 go! Follow that kid!" As they would go, and Ida's really amazed because he's faster than him. Probably faster than his older brother, Tensei. As he also respects Izuku for leaving robots for them all, and yeah. At the count of 200, Izuku stopped and yeah. And he began helping out people because he liked helping out people, but he didn't really want to be friends. He just likes to help out. Not that much though, but he knew that there's hero points, and besides, something that a hero would do, and yeah. The teachers above were amazed, and once they figured out what his quirk was, he wrote down he had 2 quirks. The quirk superpower, which can enhance his strength and agility, and a time quirk, which is really OP. As everyone was shocked about how powerful this kid's quirk is. It's amazing. So yeah. To be honest, when I keep on writing this down or doing this what if, I feel like that All For One, when he hears about Izuku's quirk, he's going to be like, "Hippity hoppity, your quirk is now my property." Oh snap. Because his quirk is pretty powerful and All For One might want it, so yeah. And he thought it might destroy All Might since he figured out that it could, literally stop time. To be honest, this is reminding me a lot of the Time Stone. To be honest, that's actually what it's about. I'm a big fan of the MCU. So yeah. And the Space one is actually from the Space Stone. I'm a big fan of the MCU and the Marvel. I'm a big fan of MCUs and the Disney cartoons. Yes. I just found interest in them. You know, those little cartoons from Cartoon Network, this Disney, those little movies and stuff. That's it. And anime too. Enough of me rambling about what I like or dislikes or some memes about what I think about All for One. So yeah. So when the 0 point rank ran, he saw everyone. Izuku saw everyone running, and he saw Uraraka. Izuku wastes no time and speed blitzed everyone. This man is legit running. Is faster than Minato's flying Raijin. Okay? And then he did that, and then when he stopped, when he carried the Raka there, everyone was, and then they would see the 0 point robot with a giant hole in it, and Izuku would lay Uraka down and ask her if she's alright, and Uraka would blush and said yeah, and she would say that she can't move her ankle, it's hurt, and Deku would make a time bubble and would rewind it to when it's not injured. So yeah, Uraka would say thank you and Deku would just go. He would meet up with Mei and they would have a talk and they would go to and Mei would ask, let's see. Oh yeah, Mei would ask, hey Izuku, wanna go on a little date? As Izuku's face would be pretty red and he would a date? And Mei would say yeah. Yeah, I like you. I like you, Izuku. And I'm sorry I've been blind before, but I have some feelings for you and I was hoping if we could date. And Izuku would agree to this and yeah. Izuku and Mei are now dating and they would stop by a little cafe, have their little date, and Izuku would drop Mei off of her house and yep. Our ship is already here. So yeah. He would go and yeah. He would go on and that's basically it. The next day they both got their little how should I say this? Their little hero suits and yeah. What should the Izuku's hero suit be? Okay, for now, imagine it however you want it to be. So yeah. For now, imagine how you're supposed to be, how you want it to be. So yeah. I have an idea now. You know what? He gonna have that jacket. He gonna have that swag. He gonna have that swag. You know, this is basically gonna be his hero suit. This is basically gonna be his hero suit. He's a pretty chill dude. Wait. What should his hero costume be? I was thinking about his casual outfit, what you see in the thumbnail, but no. Let me see if I would have anything in mind. So I'll be right back. I'm sorry I couldn't really find a good hero suit, but imagine like this. That's it. The one in the thumbnail will be his hero suit, okay? So yeah. That's it. Now, a week would pass and Izuku and Mei would have dating, making inventions, sharing their knowledge, basically spending a lot of time together. And it would say that they got into UA. And for Mei in the support course and Izuku the hero course. And Izuku is proud of Mei and Mei is proud of Izuku. So there. And I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry, guys, that's something to deal with, and I'm sorry for the background noise. So yeah, that's and then Izuku's mom would bust down the door, and they would see that he got into UA, the message in All Might, and everything would come as in canon. So that's basically it. And yeah. Izuku would call up Mei and told her the good news, and Mei is happy for him. So yeah, she would tell Izuku that she also got into the support course, and yeah, Izuku is happy for her, and she is happy for him. So another week would pass, and they got ready for UA. Mei and Izuku would get ready for UA, and Izuku is has his jacket with him, so yeah. When he saw Mei and with her sleeveless shirt on, he would give her his jacket and say it's too revealing. As Mei would say, "Aw, thank you, Izuku." As they would go to UA, and a lot of the girls would be looking at Izuku. And yeah. And they'll be giving death glares to Mei, and Mei would say, "Wow, the atmosphere here is intense." As Izuku would chuckle and say, "Yeah." As they would go to the support course, and he'll drop Mei off there. And a few of her Mei's classmates that she met in the support course exam, and one of her friends, someone would come up to her. A girl would say, "Is that your boyfriend?" As Mei, no. As Mei would stay there, and yeah, and try to make her wacky inventions, which is pretty cool. I really like Mei's inventions; they're so creative. And Izuku would find his way to class 1A, and as soon as he opened the door, everyone was looking at him, and Ida would come up to him and say, "You're a far more superior student than I am. I'm Tanya Ida. When I saw your grades in the exams, you just finished that in 3 minutes? That's amazing. I'm sorry for my attitude before. I hope that you forgive me." As Izuku would say, "I'm Izuku Midoriya. Nice to meet you." As he would walk by Ida, and he would just sit down in the corner. He would sit beside Shota Todoroki. He would sit right next to the window. Yes, classic anime protagonist, looking at the window. As Bakugo would see him and come up to him and say, "Huh? So you're the extra who beat me?" As Izuku would say, would ignore him, and yeah, Bakugo would try to ambush Izuku, but Izuku would dodge and put him in a time bubble, and he would say, "Jeez, you're so noisy. Can you please shut up?" As he would just put Bakugo back to his seat, and yeah, he would rewind him back to his seat, and then and there. And everyone was amazed at his quirk, and he'd say, "Whoa, that's amazing! What was your quirk?" And Izuku would say, "I better not tell." As they would say, "Fine, fine, fine." As they would go. And then after a few moments later, they would see a big yellow caterpillar come up. A few of them were freaking out because they thought it was a villain or whatsoever. A few of it thought it was a monster, while Izuku and Todoroki were just chilling. Izuku would look at Todoroki and realize it's his Endeavor's son, so he is quite intrigued and say, "Hi, I'm Izuku Midoriya. What's your name?" As he would look at him with a cold glare and say, "I'm," with a little glare, and he'll see that he'll see something that is Izuku, but he would rather not say it, but he's quite intrigued, so he say, "My name is Shoto Todoroki." And Izuku thought to himself, "Endeavor's son, huh?" Izuku would say, "Well, I guess we're classmates now, and it's nice to meet you, Shoto Todoroki." As Shoto would say, "It's nice to meet you too, Midoriya." As Aizawa would say, alright, you'll be doing your alright, you'll be doing your test, and we're doing a quirk assessment test. Now go, scram." Izuku will just stand up and go to the changing room, and they would change and go to the and Aizawa would say, "Okay, you got first place in the entrance exam, so throw the ball as far as you can, and there and now." And Izuku would say, "Fine," as he would throw the ball with no effort, and they would see the ball would just teleport, and he'll teleport it to another universe. They would say, no, he'll just teleport to the moon. As they would say, "Okay, infinity. Good. Next up." And then they would do all their tests and stuff. Izuku would ace them because he has one for all, full cowling, and his time quirk. And everyone's amazed about Izuku's quirks. As they would ask what was his quirk, as Izuku would say outright, "My quirk is just time manipulation and strength enhancement, basically 2 quirks." And they would say, "2 quirks, that's so amazing." As Todoroki would think, one of those quirks has the same feeling as All Might. Is he All Might's secret love child? As they would go, that's the end of the day. And the next day they would go, and a week later, and they would hear footsteps running to the door. Omi would bust in saying, "I am here," and everyone's fanboying and fangirling. Except for the people who did fangirl and fanboy. Omi would say, "Now you can't be your heroes without your hero costumes." So it would push the button and the hero sets will come up. And they would go, and yeah. The teams were the same as usual, and that's basically it. So this is what Izuku did. Izuku would say, "Okay, goddess," as he would just freeze time, and he and Uraraka would warp, and they'll just capture Bakugo and Ida. And when the time when Izuku froze out time, Oma was pretty surprised, and everyone saw that Izuku and Uraraka were touching the bomb, and Bakugo and Ida were captured, and Bakugo was real mad. I think real mad, as Oma would say, "Okay, hero team wins." As they would congratulate Izuku and Uraraka, and yeah. The other teams will have their matches quite the same, actually. And that's basically it. And I would say, "Okay, class is over, guys." Now they would go. Most of the class 1A would go to the support course, and they would see May wearing a jacket. This is the jacket you see in the picture, or the sweater, or whatsoever. And they would see it, and May would look at Izuku and say, "Hi, Izuku," Izuku would say, "Oh, hey, May." As they would give a little hug, and yeah. A hug, and there. They would talk, and Izuku would, would do his stuff in the support course while May would do hers, and the class when they began to go to the support course, and they would see Izuku and May having a great time. As Mina would think to herself that she ships it, so yeah. Let's skip till the very end. They would walk home together, and Uraka and Ida would catch up to them and say, "Hey, wait for us!" As Izuku would turn back to see Ochako, Uraka, and Tenya Ida. As Izuku would say, "What do you want? What do you want? Do I have any business with you guys?" As Uraka would say, "I'm sorry, but a week ago we hadn't really got in contact with you, and we were see if we could walk home together." As Izuku would say, okay, so where do you live?" As they would say, I don't remember where they live, so he doesn't pretty forgetful and stuff, and Izuku would say, "Oh, we live in the same neighborhood. We live in the same neighborhood, so let's go." I think, and they would do their same things in canon, and yeah, that's basically it. The next day, they were having lunch. I mean, they would say that it's their time to pick their class representative, and people would jump up. Someone would jump up, which is Denki Kaminari, and say, "Pick me!" As Hiro Kirishima, Quirk Hardening, would come up and say, "No, vote me!" As they would argue, and Ida would say, "Come on, let's settle this down like civilized people. We should all do it on a vote." As they would do so, and Izuku and Momo actually got it. So Izuku doesn't give the thing for Ida, so yeah. He would just say that he would just pass it all on to Ida, as Ida would thank Izuku, and yeah. The next part was the USJ attack. So let's continue in this, and yeah. I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm sorry for the background noise. It's just some people are in the room with me while I'm filming, so yeah. They would, at lunchtime, it was Izuku and May would sit next together, and Ochako and Ida would sit with Izuku and May. As they would say, ask Izuku what was his relationship with May, and he would say, "Oh, she's my girlfriend." As they would say, "Wait, what? You never told us that he had a girlfriend?" As Izuku would say, "But you never asked." As they would say, "Yeah, but they would say, as Ida would say, "Accurate." As Oshaka would say, "Oh yeah." And so on. And Todoroki would join them, and he didn't really have that little expression at all, so yeah. So after that, they had a little field trip that Aizawa told them about tomorrow. They would go tomorrow, and they would not be late because they didn't want to upset their sleepy teacher. So they would go, and they recognized that Izuku's wearing this hoodie, the jacket that May wore, and yeah, they wouldn't really pay no mind to it, and they would go. Everyone was talking about their quirks and what they are until it came to Izuku. Tsuyu Asui would say, "Hey Midoriya, you never really told us about your quirk, or what it does. You only told us what's about. Could you tell us a little bit more of it?" Izuku would say, okay. So basically my quirk is just gives me time manipulation, and I have a strength enhancement quirk. And an enhancement quirk. That's basically all you have to know. He'll sit down and he'll basically kind of sleep. When he got there, Izuku woke up and he'll rub his eyes and they would go, and that's basically it. And Izuku used foresight, and he would say that get 13 out there. There's villains coming. As I would say, how do you know? As Izuku would say that he used his ability, which is called foresight. He can see into the future, so he can't teleport 13 here, as he would teleport 13 there, as they would explain to 13 what's going on, and 13 would just close everything, and yeah, they'll basically go, and it's cancelled. School is cancelled for a week. School is cancelled for a day. And in that day, Izuku and Mei hung out, had their little date, and yeah. After school, Izuku and Mei would have their little date, and that's basically it. So, they're back at class, and Aizawa would tell them about the sports festival that's coming up in a month or two, in 2 weeks. A week later, Aizawa would tell them about the sports festival that's coming up in 2 weeks. And they would be pretty excited for it. And in that 2 weeks, Izuku would train, and in the weekends he would hang out with Mei, and they had pretty much fun. So yeah, they got into the UA building, and they would go into the bus, I think. And they would go to the sports festival, and that's where I'm going to leave off, guys. Hope you guys would like and subscribe. Go check down the description for my Discord, for my Discord server. I'll be happy to talk to you guys. And this is Ellie signing off. Hope you liked this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And bye. This is Ellie signing off. 3, 2, 1, ba bam.